Hello everyone. Today we're going to be reacting to your rights as a European. I'm a little confused here because I know that there are a lot of countries inside of the European Union and I'm sure they all have their own rights, correct? I mean, each country has its own set of rights that they provide everyone. So I'm assuming this is some type of rights that kind of like cross between all of the different countries. I could be completely wrong. I do know the rights that we have in America. They are pretty wide, and a lot of people consider them the most free. Because we can do pretty much more than most countries, but I could be wrong. Don't come at me yet. Prove me wrong if I am wrong. But yeah, excited to hop into this one, so let's just dive in. Let's go.
There are 500 million people from 27 countries living in the European Union. We have the right
Damn, there's
to
27
live,
countries?
work, travel and shop anywhere in Europe. We make over 1 billion cross-border trips every year, and 12 million of us live in another EU country. But sometimes we face barriers to our rights and our freedom to move across Europe. The European Union is working to make sure everyone benefits from the same rights in everyday situations. If you're one of the 75 million Europeans who fall victim to crime every year, you will have the right to support, protection and access to justice wherever you are in the EU. Every year, 8 million Europeans are accused or suspected of a criminal offence. To guarantee a fair trial, they will have the right to information, translation and interpretation, access to a lawyer and to contact their family and consulate. There are more international couples too, around 16 million of them. The EU is agreeing to common rules to simplify.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it there really quick. I'm a little confused here. I mean, it sounds like sounds like one world government type of shit. All of the rights are going to be able to go across all the different countries. How do you guys feel about that? Like, are you happy about the entire European Union trying to coalesce around like spreading connected rights throughout all of your countries, or do you prefer to have your country more individual and like not connected? I have no clue like how any Europeans feel about the European Union, and I'm not even sure where this video is from exactly. What is this from? The EU Justice and Commerce. Okay, yeah, and this is, oh, it's 13 years old. Holy cow, I did not know it was that old. So obviously this has been a plan for a while. Let's just keep going.
Simplify the handling of joint property and to enable couples to choose the national law which applies in case of divorce. If you're one of the 90 million Europeans travelling outside the European Union every year, or one of the 30 million Europeans living in a non-EU country, rest assured.
There's 90 million of you traveling outside of the European Union? That seems wild. I wonder how many Americans... Let me see here. How many Americans travel outside of the country each year? I should just ask ChatGPT. I don't even know why I'm doing this. 80 million. Travelers rebounded to 80. Okay. Yeah, so that's 80 million. You guys have more than us, and I think the European Union definitely has more people than us. All right, that's all I have. Let's keep going.
If you lose your passport or fall ill abroad, you can ask for help from any EU embassy of any EU country if your own country doesn't have one there.
Oh, that's nice.
For the 97 million working women in Europe who earn around 17% less than men and make up only 12% of company boards, the EU is pushing for equal pay and equal access to decision
Those numbers are definitely higher now than 12 years ago. I can guarantee you that.
making. 1 in 6 Europeans have a disability of some sort. They should have equal
1 in
access
6?
to goods, services and technology, whether it's getting a job, taking a bus or surfing the internet. With a population of 10 to 12 million, the Roma are the biggest ethnic minority in Europe. As EU citizens, they have the same rights as everyone else without having to face discrimination or exclusion. Thanks to the single market, consumers can shop anywhere in Europe. But only 8% of us currently buy online from other European countries. New EU
Yeah, that definitely seems low. 8%?
rules will make it easier for online shoppers to find their favourite products in other EU countries, with the option of choosing a European sales contract to safeguard their rights, for example, when returning goods.
Sounds like you guys are going to just be buying goods mainly from China with all this tariff stuff that's going on. I know that, I think I saw some news the other day that China was like speaking with the European Union about opening up trade there, and considering we're not really trading with them too much anymore over here, I'd imagine you guys are going to get all their products. Good luck.
These rules are good for the economy too, because businesses can trade anywhere in Europe under the same rules. This cuts costs for companies, especially small ones, which make up 99% of companies in Europe.
Yeah.
Your personal data will be safeguarded. 70% of EU citizens are concerned that their personal data may be misused. That's why the EU is working to strengthen your right to access, change, or delete your data, as well as the right to be forgotten, letting you remove data after you no longer want it to be used.
Yeah, I think this was implemented already. I've worked in marketing over the years and advertising, and anytime we do anything inside of Europe, we always have to have these like certain guidelines and laws that we would have to go by, disclaimers that got to go out. If I land on like a Europe website, I always have to like accept all of the data or reject it regardless, but we don't really, that's not required here. So I think, you know, with this being 12 years ago, it seems like they are implementing a lot of this, or pretty much all of it already.
As a European citizen, your rights are protected at home, abroad, and online.
Okay. I'm looking for some feedback on that from you guys. Seeing how that video is like so old, so long ago, like over a decade ago, just kind of curious what your thoughts are on kind of like your rights being, you know, spread over all of the European Union. And do you guys want more of that? Do you want less of it? Let me know in the comments. All right. Besides that, we're going to hop out of here, and I will see you in the next one. See ya. Thanks.